Hello? Alright, here I come. Alright.
Hey, how you saying? All right, go. Everything good? Everything good? How I sound? Think the background music?
Yeah. Nah, we don't. I already told him. Y'all let him know y'all ready to go live. I'm going to tell him, John, say get the sound right. Alex. Hey, easy fix for Greg.
What's your name, bro? Jordan? Yeah, somebody said.
I already know you're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
Can I say something else, Big Bear?
Hey.
That's a lot of
Oh, yeah.
Hey, T, you could have made me believe some of the young niggas be listening to that shit I be talking about.
Look at T, man.
My nigga Blueberry.
God dog, boy.
20, 22, 23, 24 years. Last 95.
That's crazy. Golly. Boy, T, you have a smooth jump. Ooh, T, baby.
Yeah. Dewberry, you seen Hollywood out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, he ain't played on.
Come on, Hollywood.
Hollywood, he ain't played on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he been out probably about like 6 years, but Hollywood don't even come nowhere. I know. He stay out there.
He don't want him to leave. He
Nah.
married to a white woman, right?
He married to the white girl still. He ain't.
He
And
married. He born her. Was a boss lady.
Yep, and
Married a boss lady.
he ain't coming nowhere near the D. He ain't. He out there. He living. He doing good. He doing good. He doing great. Nah, it's over with. I went. Yeah, it's over with. It's over with. He made his mind up.
Boy, I said, that's Hollywood.
Tell me about it. Ooh, tell me about it.
Ooh, that's me, man. Hollywood sent me commissary. Him and Danny be there, all of them, boy, they was a mess. Oh, Hollywood.
I bust my hand messing with Hollywood. I still got a scar right here. On the messing with Hollywood on the door slammed on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I told the boy we got it, man. That's my boy there, man. That's my boy. That's my boy
I'm
there.
gonna tell you who my boy though. Michael West.
Testing,
Yeah.
testing.
Yeah.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did they give him a death penalty?
I don't know.
He killed some people in prison.
Yeah, testing. 1, 2, 3. Say, man, it's another episode of Game Related. Not Gang Related. Say, we got a special guest at the show tonight, man. So, yeah, it's going to be live.
Before you do it with your camera, my phone, you can take a couple of pictures before we start. Testing. As usual, gang related, not gang related.
Yeah, them lights bright. Them lights bright.
That mic up there, don't
You hear me good? Already. Say, what's up, Willie? Yeah, game related, not gang related.
Go ahead, Pat. I mean, go ahead, Pat.
My leg is there.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit y'all. Yeah, this gonna be good.
Y'all stand up real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna get one standing up and then one sitting down.
Okay.
You want to take that off, so come on, nephew.
Got it.
Yeah, you want to get it with the camera to him.
I can't help but break that one.
Three, two, one. Good job, thank you.
You know why I sit down.
Three, two, one. Three, two, one. Got it.
Yeah. You got COVID? Did you get it?
At all.
You never got it?
I started wearing masks for 2 months before I got here.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was trying to tell us.
Pills on the side. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was really, Michael Jackson was here a long time ago. Yeah, my whole family got it except me. Yeah, my mother, my wife, my sister, my niece, my nephew, my grandmama, everybody got it except me.
Mm.
I moved that you heard back a little further. What happened to your sidekick?
That's what I've been trying to find out. I'll go find him after we get
Say, man, y'all make sure y'all tune in. Y'all can find these podcasts anywhere where you can listen to a podcast. Apple Music, iHeart, Spotify, Pandora, yeah, wherever you can find one. We on there. And I think we doing some good numbers too, boy. Yeah, y'all can't recognize him, but y'all will know the name once we go to talking. Yeah, he ain't hiding behind the mask, but the man look like he got on 2 masks, don't he? He ain't bullshit. I'm sorry, man, he ain't playing. I'm sorry, Bishop.
That's a pastor too.
Oh, man, yeah. Say, yeah, I don't know what kind of show this gonna be tonight. Say, Bishop right there and Pastor right here. Say, okay. Well, y'all don't know. Let's see, y'all.
You know, they allow us to be us, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you know, we gotta let
Oh,
them be
well,
them.
my spirit, once you become aware of something,
How you gonna get
yeah, once you become aware of something, the awareness, it tames you. Yeah, the awareness.
a little assistant so somebody else can work the other camera. I don't know where he went.
I forgot we was in Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas movie. You got 6K cameras and all that. Yeah, man.
yeah, we're in the big leagues now, man. Yeah, next we gonna need a makeup artist to put powder on our nose.
Coming already. They be here next month. We're gonna start with
Oh,
the
man.
thing, yeah. And it's gonna be a little wardrobe. They're gonna come over there with the little outfits and you just pick the one you're gonna go on the show with.
Already. Yeah, as long as they keep these black clothes designers coming, man. Yeah, I'm wearing a number of black people names on me now, boy.
Don't forget, Charleston, I got to talk to you before I go.
Yeah, man. I got some strange people coming to church on Sunday. Yeah, I got a Mexican coming. He said, I heard that Bishop Eli guy. I want to meet him. I said, well, come to church Sunday. So yeah, I ain't no telling who gonna be showing up at church Sunday. I'm telling everybody, come to church Sunday. They won't know what church I went to. I couldn't even think of the name of it, but just come Sunday. They don't know where to go, but they coming. They don't know where to go, but they coming.
Your wife done committed already.
She have.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was supposed to come Sunday.
Can Can I keep it real? Resurrection body of Christ.
Yeah, can I keep it real? Resurrection body of Christ in South Dallas, and it's a maze to get there. Yeah, it ain't no straight shot. Yeah. Nah, it ain't no straight. You got to turn 4-5 corners, go up one way, come down another way, and then turn right down the street, and then to get you there.
Then, cause gonna be 4-5 churches. So
Yeah, that's what got me. Yeah.
10 of them right
Yeah, that's what got me, man. Now, which one is it?
They gang bang for sure.
They gang bang for real.
Then I seen the Jehovah's Witness pop up. One of them, the hall was down there. I say they got a little bit of everything. They fight.
Now, where is that at? In South Dallas,
That's
Bishop?
Oak Cliff.
That's
They call
Oak Cliff?
it South Dallas on TV.
Okay.
But we call it Oak Cliff.
Okay.
Sunnyside in South Dallas.
Sun.
They call it South Dallas on TV, but that's not South Dallas. That's Oak Cliff.
It's the south of town.
It's the South.
So that's
Dallas.
why they call it
That's why
South
they call
Okay.
it South Dallas. Crime break up. You know, on news they said we just in a South Dallas, but now we be looking like, hey, South Dallas, that Oak Cliff. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, they
South
named
Dallas,
it. We renamed it.
We renamed it. We call
Yeah.
it Sunnyside, South Dallas, South Dallas. We call
Okay.
it- But we call it Sunnyside. So.
Yeah, you can shoot the address, Charleston over there live.
Yeah, man. What's the address, Pastor?
2349 City Crest, Dallas, Texas.
2349 Cedar Crest, Dallas, Texas.
75203.
Now, they done something I ain't never seen before. They counted the money in front of the people. Say that boy, I almost cussed. That messed me up when I seen that. I say, they counting the money in front of people. They playing fair. Yeah, these people playing fair over here, y'all. Normally they count the money behind the door where somebody can. Man, people can pinch. No, can't nobody pinch in this church.
What we do, we keep wrapped up everything because, you know, you got that's some people, but everybody do it different. We
Yeah,
just do
yeah.
it.
And I ain't knocking nobody game or they hustle or they structure or how they do things in church. I just ain't never saw that before, man, where they lay the money out.
Keep everything
Yeah.
legit.
And then until you gotta let them know, sometimes you don't have to come with cash. You can bring your little debit card. It work up to church too.
Or
I
your cash out.
or the cash out. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him all the cash in my pocket and I used.
You've been around a long time, right?
Yes, sir.
You have. You too.
Yes, sir.
You too. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all ever go to the club?
Yes, sir.
Did they count the money out in front of everybody?
No.
What about at the bar?
No, sir.
What about when we go to the restaurant?
No, sir.
Quit worrying about the church. Y'all come on.
Oh, really? He right. He said, quit worry. Yeah, you don't worry about them folk, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you sure right.
Y'all been to the Topless Club too, right?
Yeah.
Them whores don't never count the money out either.
No,
Okay,
no, they
don't
go
play
to the
fair
back.
either.
They even got to wait while the money get
Okay.
counted. They got to call to the back after the money is tallied
Let's
up.
talk about it.
Yeah, you sure right.
We gotta put it all on the table.
We had all kind of clubs.
I thought we come to interview now. Y'all know I ain't gonna let you beat the church up.
Already,
We wasn't
already.
beating it up. People just saying.
I know,
telling
but
people.
me too.
I got Pastor on her and I told him today. He said, man, I appreciate you for listening to me. I said, well, I came up there to discredit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, they saying that's Bishop. I said, man, you a real pastor. Before the camera came on, I kept saying, man, you a real preacher for real. So I told him what I was going to do when I got my church, thinking he a hook crook, right? He
Yeah.
said, nah. My wife here, so I can't say that. But yeah, I'm thinking he a hook crook, right? One of them kind of preachers. So throughout the interview, man, you know, your spirit recognize, you know, what it's supposed to recognize.
That's right.
So yeah, I saw what I needed to see.
The Bible said, "No man by the flesh, but by
Yeah.
the Spirit."
Yeah.
So you seen the Spirit.
Yeah.
Praise
yeah.
the Lord.
Yeah.
I seen
so,
yours too.
But no, I was sure trying to discredit him, boy. I was saying,
Yeah.
and I was wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, man,
But it take a man to say that. Though.
you know, I done been hurt by the preacher in the church before.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to discredit all of them because I say they all faking. So
Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
Have you ever been discredited? Been hurt by a woman in your life?
I've been disappointed but not hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've been disappointed.
Yeah, I've been disappointed.
So do you want to discredit all of them?
No.
Okay. Leave the preacher alone.
Yeah, leave the preacher alone. Yeah, he sure advocating for the church house and the preacher, bro. He advocating for him up here, boy. Leave him alone.
Say, every time when Pastor Curtis, you know what I'm saying, when he was in the streets, he always had you know, giving heart. He struck thousands in church, you know what I'm saying? And people tell him, hey man, why you giving money to the church and all that stuff, you know. But when your mindset is not focused on everything else, your attention what makes you do what you do. So he wasn't worrying about so a lot of time when you go in.
We're gonna talk about all that. You gonna get my interview? We need to switch seats.
No.
I'm just saying. I mean, you my pops and everything, but if you want to do it, I'm just and listen, cause you know the story.
Man, we gonna have a lovely one, man. I love it, man. I love it, man.
Tell the nigga to chill out, man.
Nah, man, I love it already.
You been fat, I say, man.
You need some.
He
You
got
need
me.
that room. Yeah, you with Baby John.
You ain't finna go, is you?
Yeah.
Nah, we need you here with the pistol.
Huh?
Ain't no telling who letting him walk in the
Oh
door.
no, it's pretty
Security back there, security back
It's a
there.
lot.
Yeah, but I feel his spirit.
No,
Yeah, I feel his spirit. Though. He ain't gonna ask no questions before he starts at all. Yeah, y'all letting the wrong one go home early. Leave that. I mean, nothing against nobody else.
Yeah.
I see a whole lot of pistols, but I've been doing that long.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and bring us in.
Yeah, we got
You
love
ready?
it.
Say, man, what's up? This your boy Charleston White. Another week and another episode of Game Related, Not Gang Related.
Hey, man, this that boy Dewberry, man. We giving y'all another great episode this week, man.
Hey, and as usual, you got me, Uncle Hen, back here in the background playing the ghost as usual. Playing the ghost as usual.
As usual, huh? Well,
Today's special guest, right? I'm gonna go on, Charleston. You go ahead and bring him in.
say, man, we got Pastor Curtis Blow. I would add all the other elements that we normally do, you know, street legend, Dallas this, Dallas that. But I'm just gonna say Pastor Curtis Blow, not the rapper. Right?
Show, not him.
Not the rapper. So Pastor, the history of the Curtis Blow, man, is synonymous to names like Ray Charles in Dallas. So that takes you all the way back to the 60s. You're 60s baby, 70s baby.
66.
66. Post civil rights. What was it like being born in the 60s and catching the last part of it and then growing up in the 70s in black family culture?
Well, at the time, as a child, you really don't recognize what's really going on, because as a child, you think everything is all right, everything is good. But little did I know, the older I got, I found out it was a little worse than what I thought it was as a young child.
Yeah.
So that time was a real struggle. I found it to be a struggle that was hard to come through. One of the things that I found as I got older, we had a struggle getting something to eat, you know. Dad wasn't at the house. He was out trying to survive himself, you know. Mama had the kids. I got, you know, we had 6 brothers. Six of us total, 2 sisters and 4 boys.
And where do you fit in that in that age bracket? You the youngest, oldest?
Randall, Cassandra, Stanley, and then me.
Okay.
So he in that middle.
So
In the
I'm
middle.
right there
Yeah.
in the middle. Then Lynette and Charles.
Yeah.
I have a sister named Lynette and one named Charles.
Yeah.
You ain't the baby or next to the baby or the oldest. They'll forget you. Which one you are?
Yeah, yeah.
That middle.
I'm the one that everybody else was lighter than me, so nobody knew that I was the brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the ghost. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like you.
The real black sheep.
I was the black
The
sheep.
real black sheep.
The real of the family.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow. We'll get back to that. So Dad out trying to survive.
Yes.
Not hustling, but trying to survive.
Well, he was a professional poker player.
Okay.
Yeah. He wasn't selling no dope or doing none of that, but he was a professional poker player.
And the difference
So he
between
played with Amarillo Slim and all them folks.
So the difference between a professional poker player and a person that gambler and play poker, one is employment. that's his hustle, that's his game.
Exactly.
Or that's his livelihood.
like a
compared,
golf player.
compared to a gambling addiction. So he wasn't out playing poker because he's addicted to gambling. This is how he made his money.
This is how he did it. Right
Okay.
now, it's a sport.
Yeah, right now it's a sport.
They
Yeah,
got it on
yeah.
ESPN.
They was ahead of their time back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was school like for you?
Oh boy. I tell you, when I was about 5, 6 years old, I got hit by a car. And I had to start all over again. Reading, it was something I never did get back to until I was 33 years old.
So you suffered what they call a TBI, traumatic brain injury,
Exactly.
at 5 years old.
5 years old.
There's no studies for that back then. Right now they got CTE from years. So I'll get back to that. So you was in a car wreck.
In a car wreck.
At 5.
Exactly. So I lost memory of everything. So as I started getting everything back, my ability to read never came back to me.
Wow.
So that affected me in school. So as I'm growing up in school, at the time they had a class called special ed class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little bit above special ed. I had a cousin named JoJo. He was in special ed, but I really was special ed.
Yeah.
So I was in that position and going to school, and they really weren't putting a lot of pressure on me. But one thing I found out is in class, I had, you know how the teachers, they would call on you to do certain things. Being that I couldn't read, when I got to my reading class, what made me hate the class so much is she would call me to read.
Knowing you struggle with reading.
No, not struggle, couldn't read.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it
But
sounds,
I
yeah.
couldn't read.
Yeah, that's the,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, cat, dog, rat, I'm lost after that.
Yeah.
So if you call that reading, then I was struggling. But other than that,
Yeah, nah.
I wasn't
You
able
couldn't-
to
you-
read.
You couldn't read.
So
And the teacher would call my name to read. And you know how young folks is, you know, we laughing and giggling. They, you know, I was the class joke.
Yeah.
Trying to be one of the best kids that I could be to the teacher.
Yeah.
I wasn't that handsome like I am now.
Yeah.
So I wasn't the teacher's pet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And colorism played a part in your sight because you darker than everybody. Than your family, right?
In my family,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't really know if color played a part other than what we know that color was a major effect in our lives by being black.
Yeah.
But just in this particular class, I don't think it was that. You know, the teachers back then was a group close to people that could make their class look good. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't that kid.
yeah.
So me and the teacher wasn't that close. But one day we was in class, you know, messing around, and a young man hit me. Teacher wasn't looking. I hit him back. Teacher was looking. So guess what happened?
You got in
Yeah,
trouble.
you got in trouble.
And guess what happened?
You got kicked out of school.
No, I got kicked out the class.
Okay.
But as I got kicked out the class, I noticed something. When she was calling folk name to read, my name wasn't called. So guess what that did?
Made you not want to go to the class.
That gave, at the time I didn't know it was the devil, that gave him an opportunity to use me.
Isolation. I feel isolated. I'm
So-
rejected. Rejection.
No. I was in love with that.
The fact that she wouldn't call you to read.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
because he got put out the class, that forced him, allowed him to know, okay, all he got to do is get put out the class.
There you go.
And so therefore, yeah.
There
exactly.
you go.
just gonna
Now,
act
now,
the
now
fool.
you with me now. Ride
Yeah,
on
here
with
come
me
the
now.
behavior.
Stay on the plane. Don't
Yeah,
get on the
that-
bus.
yeah.
Watch this here. So what happened after that is that every day I got to the class, right? Before she called my name, I waited till she was looking and popped somebody upside the head. Now it made her mad, but I was happy because I know I was about to get put out the class.
Yeah.
Right? Getting put out the class stopped me from being embarrassed. Not only did it do that, but it turned me into a bully.
It shows you how to do something to get a desired effect.
Something that I didn't even think I would ever become. I'm just showing you how the enemy tricks us.
Right.
All because you can't read, you hitting. Man, I want to say
This is where
I
it
want to say
started.
motherfucker so bad, but if I got pastor,
Please,
but
please don't say that, 'cause we're gonna end the interview.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so listen.
See,
So
that's-
all because you can't read, you hitting people just to get put out.
Just to get put out of class,
So
right?
now he become the bully.
See, that's the form, but that's the form right there. That's where everything started. That's the beginning.
So most bullies can't read.
Now, when you're not able,
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna take that back then.
but you know that's
But let me say this. If we gonna use a percentage, I would guarantee you 60% of them
Oh, wow.
have a problem. with
I was
reading.
just joking, and I was.
Some level.
Wow.
Some level.
Math,
If it's not reading, it's
something else.
exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
who become the class clown. Most of the dudes think about it. The guy who told all the jokes had some kind of deficiency at school. He didn't want to be in that class where he couldn't do the Spanish or he couldn't do whatever, the English, whatever it was. If he was doing bad, when the teacher called his name, he the one that'll cuss the teacher out.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
He the one that'll talk about everybody else. So what he doing is blocking his default. So he'll do something drastic to throw you away right when he look like.
I forgot what thinking area they used to call that. It'll come to me in a minute, but smoke screen, yeah, smoke screen,
That's a
yeah, that's
smoke
doing
screen.
smoke screen, yeah.
So now I have a problem in school, right? My problem wasn't me being a bad kid. My problem was reading. I used a bad kid to save the embarrassment. So after a little while, they quit taking me and put me outside the door and
Yeah.
started sending me to the principal office. So now me and the principal building a relationship for all the wrong reasons, right?
He only know you because of the
He
bad.
only know me because the bad things I'm doing and not the good thing that I was capable of doing.
Right. So he didn't cultivate you to grow. He kind of was trying to stop you from growing because he thinking what you becoming is something he
So-
didn't know
so-
about.
so-
He wasn't necessarily trying to stop me from growing, but he was trying to stop me from putting my hands on other kids.
So let me ask you this, Pastor. At home, who was at home trying to? Did they know you couldn't read at home, or they just something they didn't talk about at home?
We are gonna keep it real, right?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
my
that's how
church
we do.
called Keeping It Real Ministry.
Yes, sir.
that's
Right.
how we do.
So my mom was on drugs. She was a whore. She had a boyfriend that did his best to try to take care of us. He had been in the Marines, so he would try to be militant with us,
Yeah.
right? Now, being a young man knowing this ain't my daddy, and we're not gonna get too militant. So the response to that was to talk back, fight back, etc. Them knowing I couldn't read wasn't nowhere on the table because my mom was in the street trying to support her drug habit. My dad was trying to make a living, so he would do what he can, and I love my dad, don't get me wrong. Man, my dad had no problem, so I love him dearly. Even now, he's dead, but I love him. And I always have. Matter of fact, I was scared of him because he didn't play games either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a real daddy and son relationship, not only just with me, but with all the kids. But him and my mom went together. My mom had her first child at 13 years old.
So she was the child having children.
Yeah.
So she,
couldn't be good at it because she wasn't equipped to be good for herself.
that's where I'm about to go. Because I know everybody heard that whole part and they said, oh, but let me finish.
Yeah, real talk.
Right? Yeah, let me get there. Don't misunderstand it. So mom had her first child at 13. So my mom didn't even understand how to raise a child when she was a child.
Absolutely.
If that make any sense.
Yeah.
Make a lot of sense.
So my mom loved her husband, because they was married. That's one thing I can say, is they were married.
Yeah.
Right? So she loved her husband, but her and her husband's life was in two different places. Right? So my mom ended up getting on drugs as a young girl, and it led into having, into our life.
Yeah.
Which, what made me, I was only a bad kid in school. I wasn't a bad kid in the street at this time.
Yeah.
What made me get rough in the street is young man around, a little older than me, talking about they done slept with my mama. So that's when the backs got involved.
Now let's go back, because I know we didn't mention that. At the time of this reading and you going in and out the classroom being put out, how old were you at that time?
At that time, I was in the 9th grade
Now,
when it came to fruition.
now then, at the time where you hear a gentleman a little older than you say he slept with your mother, how old was you at that time?
I was about 14, 15. Yeah, that wasn't attached to me.
Wow.
So now, I'm about to give y'all a twist. Now, so that's when I get violent. Now, at a young, probably about 6 years old, I was taking martial art. And by the time I got 10, I was boxing. So I knew martial art and I could box.
So in other words, you had
You were dangerous. Yeah.
So now you done picked up skills to where I'm
Right.
finna see how to
But he had
survive.
no reason to use them prior to what's
Well,
about to tell.
like Pac say, when I get my weight up with,
With
my
my
hate,
hate,
I'm
I
gonna
pay
pay him
you
back
back
when I'm
when I'm
bigger.
bigger.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So he.
So we only using it in situation when it's needed.
Right.
And it was never needed in the hood because we were one of the same kind coming up. Coming up down in Bunton, we was all like family. Wasn't no pistols, wasn't no knives. We would fight and then be playing the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So I come up in that area.
The old school era.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
it wasn't no
old
gangs
school.
and none of that at this particular time.
None of
Just-
that.
Old
Just
school era.
homeboys and cliques. You know,
None of that. None of
brothers
that.
hung out with each
All
other.
the gangs was in California
Right.
and up in those areas. We didn't have no gangs down here.
Okay.
Wasn't nobody claiming any sets. So at this time, what ended up happening is I started fighting at home because people is saying they sleeping with my mom, right? So now that bring about hatred. It's a little stronger now than just regular fighting, right?
Yeah, you fighting with a deeper cause and a deeper purpose.
It's because it's deep.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
I really hurt you.
Right.
See,
Yeah,
at first,
that-
I don't have the spirit to hurt nobody
Right.
if you don't bother me. Now I really hurt you because you done said this about my mama.
Even if you were bothering me, we're just gonna fight and be done
Yeah.
with it.
Right.
But
But now
now
it's different.
you dealing with my
But
mom.
not only is he fighting for what it's doing to him, he fighting to get rid of the shame that he feel his mother had. But he's
Yes.
fighting for two different reasons.
Two different reasons.
Yeah.
So the pain that's being caused to my mom, I can see that pain, right? And not only that, I'm looking for a way to get my mama out of this situation
Yeah,
as
exactly.
well, right? So I leave the house. I had my last good situation at school, and I got kicked out of school, right? So now I'm kicked out of school, and I go a few months, 6 months or so, and I go back and I went and talked to the school dean because I always knew how to talk a little bit.
Yeah.
And told him I want to do better, I want to get back in class. So he called the principal. The principal wasn't going to let me back in under no circumstances. So he made them let me back in school. But the problem was I still couldn't read. So I couldn't make good on the promise because my ability to make good, I didn't have. If that make any sense.
Make a lot of sense. So
Yeah, it make a lot of sense.
So let me ask you this. So on top of that, what's your parents like going to school?
At that particular time, I'm probably about I'm 14. Early 14. So the appearance is not good because ain't no money there. So we don't get to put our clothes in the cleaners or take our clothes to the washing chair. We don't have a wash and dry. We have to wash by hand, right? Matter of fact, before I came here today, I went back to old school and washed me a T-shirt out by hand.
So at this time, Bunton is it Section 8 government housing?
Government housing.
And now today it's extreme poverty. Was it worse then?
It was worse then.
It was worse then?
Yeah. Matter of fact, the Rose Terrace, one set was Rose Terrace, the other set was Turner Court. Turner Court further down the street, but it's all Bunton.
Okay.
Burr Street down considered as Bunton.
Yeah, now,
right?
What he said to me that's sticking, and I know it's a young man maybe going through this right now, living in similar situation as him, can't read, in a household full of kids, mom ain't all the way right. Self-esteem is low because you can't read, but then also because you can't dress. So all the other kids got a little clothes on, you can't read, and you being teased based upon what your mother's occupation is.
Exactly.
So you can see where this is going, but at the same time you can understand it from our position, but imagine what the teacher, the principal, the police, what they looking at. They ain't looking at the whole picture.
No,
Yeah,
but
like this is where the counseling come in.
Right.
And when I heard the story, and I'm like, okay, if you steady coming to the same place, to the principal office, for the same exact thing in the same classroom, instead of like, okay, what is the principal talking about? What kind of conversation is the principal having with Mr. Curtis?
Yeah,
at
that's
that
what I
time,
want to know. So
what
no
is the
adults,
conversation?
So no adults address the fact that, man, this kid can't. The kid can't
like,
read.
what is the problem? Like, there is a problem, and I feel like that it didn't get addressed at that time because if you a counselor, whatever, a counselor or whoever there at that time, it's gonna be like, let me go talk to the teacher. Let me have a conversation with Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, can you bring your parents up here? We need to talk. Now, with that being said, that's where I feel like that when it come down to the schools, that's where I feel like a lot of schools fail at.
Well,
Hold
let me
on.
play
Let me
devil's
say this.
advocate.
Let
Let me
Hold
play
on.
devil's advocate.
Okay, hold it right there, devil advocate. You gotta change something.
Man, I'm giving y'all what folks try to pay me to give.
Yes, sir. We gonna use this for death penalty cases, man, for kids to get their life saved. So let me play devil's advocate, right? If I got a kid steady coming down to my office putting his hands on other children, he's violent, right? We don't care if he can't read or not. He putting his hands on folk. So you have less patience because you got to think about the other kids that he's harming, right?
Exactly.
So you addressing the fact that, man, he's harming other children, and he's doing this every day, and he hitting a different kid. Man, we don't care if he can't read. So you get stuck on his behavior.
The action more
Yeah.
so than the need.
Than the need of the child, right?
Yes, yeah.
You get more stuck on the actions of this individual rather than the need of the child. And the child can't articulate, man, I'm doing this because I can't read. I'm doing it because I enjoy getting put out of class. He don't have the brain capacity to do that. He don't even understand himself to tell us what he's telling us now. to be able to tell them.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? He don't know
Exactly.
this.
So that's
Exactly.
why I say now it's important to see, okay, we understand now where it came from, but what did that turn you into at the 14? So what did 15 and 16 look like?
Well, to be real, at 15 years old, I get a job at a place called Bojangles. It's a chicken place, right? So I'm working there, and I get lucky enough and find me a Thunderbird and go purchase it. So I'm paying notes, I give me a check, I pay my notes, I give me a check, I pay my notes, I give me a check.
Responsibility keeping you at that job.
Keep me at the job. Now, to get the job, somebody else had to fill out the application.
Exactly.
Because remember, can't read. After I
Exactly.
spell my name, come on somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
After I spell my name, I could read that. But that was it. So the address and the street number and all that, I knew the number, but I didn't know how to spell the name.
You could say it, I live on such and such street,
Yeah.
but you couldn't spell
They
it.
couldn't spell
No,
it.
I had to learn how to get around by people telling me, look, Bojangles to the left, go down to the right, 4 houses and turn. So I was good at that.
You got a genius mind. You got a genius
I
mind.
could go
He
all
got memory
over.
out of this world.
He got a
Just
genius
said it.
mind.
He could, we'll get to that, but he can quote the Bible and all that from reading it now, once or twice, hearing the word. His memory is impeccable.
Because his whole life, that's what he had to do. He had to memorize because he didn't know how to read.
Exactly.
If
So,
you don't know how to
You've
read.
been playing con. You've been playing con on the world. You can't read.
Can't read.
And he never had to tell nobody because he was smart enough to know how to get them to give him the information that he can function with.
And he know how to, as you can listen to, they say he know how to conversate. So with having a good conversation in the streets, and you got memory, good conversation, it's gonna make you seem so educated. And nobody will be able to dictate
You know,
that
I bet you was
he
people
can't read.
around him when he said he can't read. The sisters, girlfriends, best friends, partners, they all believe that he's telling a story. You can
Exactly.
read.
So when you went and got that car,
Watch this. So I get my car, and I'm working to pay it off. I get the car paid off all the way down to $100. Lose my job. 3 weeks later, they repossessed my car.
for $100.
$100.
Ooh, that's another scar right there, boy.
Man, that's crazy.
Major.
Yeah.
I haven't
Blood
paid
scar,
down on, the scar is so strong to I haven't paid down on anything since.
you were 15 years old, got that car.
To this day.
You ain't paid down since.
If I can't pay cash, I don't want it.
That's a lesson that you learned as a young man.
No, that's a scar, like he said. It's
a
still
scar.
there.
Still
It's
like-
still there. That scar. So look at all these scars we talking about. And that's why I can't wait to let him finish the story, because it's a young man being scarred to death right now. He got about 15 scars and think it's not another side. But keep going, keep going.
So watch this. So now, what happened is that I done got scarred from that. So I'm still cool. Still not in no violence. Still not taking nothing. So me and a couple of friends, dudes from Bunton, now they was hustlers, not drugs, not dope, because dope wasn't a hustle back then.
Right.
It was for the older people.
Yeah.
We didn't know anything about
Yeah.
drugs, right? Other than our family members being on drugs.
Right.
We wasn't involved.
And this in the 70s.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is I got a young lady now, right? And her name is Donetta. Donetta, we in love, we kids. I skipped some stuff back there because I really ain't trying to knock the women.
And we don't want to do that.
And I really don't.
Yeah.
But they story need to be told too.
So you've been scarred by women too, basically.
2 bulldaggers taught me how to get down on a woman
You need to tell that.
You gotta
part.
tell about that shoot, man.
at
Say it.
13.
Yeah, nah, this we
You
giving
turn
out
out
good
about
game.
2 bulldogs at
We
13.
giving out good game, so you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Gonna help
yeah.
somebody.
We
I'm talking about at 13.
Yeah. 2 bulldogs. Grown bulldogs and young bulldogs.
They were grown, fully grown bulldaggers. They was dancing in topless clubs. So, you know, they told me
just
they
happen
gonna
to
teach
live in the neighborhood.
they gonna teach me how not to ever lose my woman. And they taught me some good stuff now. It worked.
Oh,
I was gonna say something, but
yeah, I was finna go to Holland for bulldaggers. Hey,
I'm
say,
just saying.
bulldaggers, come on, we need bulldaggers. For say, we need them
Back
kind of
then, they
bulldaggers.
call- you know, now they calling them
taught me too.
calling
By
them
herself though.
they calling them lesbians and all, but back then they used to be called bulldaggers.
Exactly.
Yeah. So so in your mind, you grown at 14 and 15.
I'm grown at 13
What in your mind? What's the justification to say I'm grown?
because I'm getting my own money.
Yeah, he fending for himself.
I'm helping around the house with the bills. Matter of fact, at 13, no, I left, yeah, at 13, almost 14, I left home and never went back.
Hey, I want to say something, just drop a little jewel for the mothers out there who listening, right? Do me a favor. If you want to give your son some responsibility or your daughter, right? Teach them how to save the money. Don't allow them to pay the bills in your house, right? Because that creates a burden. They taking care of you. You should be taking care of them. But it is correct to teach them how to manage money so when they get out on their own, they won't lean back on you. But I think when you put a kid to make him responsible, why should he listen to you anymore if he paying bills? So that forced the kid to leave your house too soon when they not ready, and you forced their hand because you made them pay bills like that you should have already been paying. If you failing the child if you making him pay his car note and his insurance while
You teaching
there,
him responsibility.
You teaching him responsibility. But if he's paying rent
Nah.
or a bill, you teaching him how to get away from you.
And remember this though, in my case, my mom was out supporting her drug habit.
So you was helping your family, yourself.
Right. So this ain't nothing she had me doing. This was something that was needed.
It was needed.
Right?
Yeah.
It would help my mom and it would help me and my brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Right?
So that made that bond with your brothers and sisters, I could imagine that's still close to this day because of
We have never had a real argument or a real fight.
Now that's
Never
now,
had.
now,
That's where to
that's
do
deep.
that.
That's deep.
We have never had a real argument or a real fight. Me and my brother now.
All right,
Oh.
hold on 1 minute.
Not
hold on
even
1
my
minute.
dad kids.
Hold on 1 minute. Something going on with the camera. Hold on.
Yeah. One day. Yeah, I feel like we on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Wait, these young niggas running around here working up. Yeah, shit.
No,
You just became something. That's all you see. They work with people that's worth.
Yeah, I see.
They
Yeah.
work with people that's worth.
Yeah,
Don't
see,
like
baby,
people
I
worth.
told you I was worth something. Yeah, they think I ain't worth shit around these boys. Yeah, I told you. I'm sorry, man. I keep forgetting. Yeah,
Notice I ain't cuss now time.
I know that.
Okay,
Oh,
that
I
was
know-
real
I-
pastor.
I know your mannerism and everything.
yeah, everything.
I'm just showing you some real pastor.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get your church, I
uh,
want you to be a real pastor.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say what
Because
I told Pastor.
you've been real in the street.
Yeah, might as well be real. in
You
the
real
church.
with this.
Yeah.
So if you be a pastor, be real with that.
Already.
One of the biggest problems I have, and it really had nothing to do with this,
No, yeah, this all we.
We going
as
back. We back live.
Nah, let go on. Say, can he?
Yeah, we're gonna bring that up so you
Okay.
can finish it, but let's go back to where we were.
Okay, we back live?
Yeah.
I bet. Shoot, I forgot where we be. I'm mesmerized. I normally don't let
But
no
no,
guests
just
do
that-
me like
that
this here.
transition
I normally run this stage here, and I
you
done let the
saying
guests
that-
now.
That the family is still
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
this
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to this day,
They never had an argument.
yeah, exactly.
And it's 6 of y'all.
And it's 6 of them.
it's 6 of us.
Y'all
Never had a
never
real,
had no major arguments, and so
But
therefore,
they was
man,
taking care of each other, right? So that's a love that you can't let nothing else.
What-
You didn't let mom
But that's a-
situation.
no, mom taught us that.
See, that's
My
something
mama
that's-
taught us
yes,
to
exactly.
love one another and that we all we have, even in her worstest condition.
Yeah, that was the best
Her
thing she
and
could
her
do.
sister did not have that. Her sister cut her up 32 times. So she didn't get that from her mother or her sister. You get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she knew that the one gift that she could give you is not let y'all.
And she gave us the best
She-
gift. Here's what I want to say about mothers. I think that one of the things that we need to do in the black community, because we're quick to destroy the dad,
Yeah.
get rid of the dad, talk bad on the dad, right? And when we do that, and a young man like him over there don't have no love for the father, me and you are men. They don't have love for me or you,
Right.
because they saying F they dad,
Yeah.
right?
They don't even know how to respect a man or problem solve like a man, so that
Now-
tends to be a problem.
So that's a major problem.
Yeah.
Now, since they don't have respect for their dad, even though they may not have the hatred enough in their heart to kill him, but what about me and you?
Well,
Yeah,
let me add this. When I was a little boy, I would kill a man coming to me saying something to me because I resented you. I'm hurt from my dad.
Exactly.
You could be the janitor. Say, son, pick that trash up you just threw down. F you, nigga. I resent you, man. You better not say nothing to me. Me and my brother will jump on you. Me and my friends will jump on you because we resent a man. So, right? So, it's at our father, but you the man bothering me right now. So you go get it. What daddy ought to get. So that's why the young boys are hurt us.
Right.
And that's why the mothers have the power to change
change
that
that.
mindset.
Yeah.
Yes.
My father, prior to him, passing, he always said, if you have a son, every father, and I think today this would really work. If you have a baby, you know how the system allows you get on welfare, the babies go with her. If you really want to change this welfare system, if that man have a son, it got to go with him. That's protection, because now he got to take on that responsibility, but it's what the child would need, right?
Yeah.
So for us, the reason why we created the Father Foundation is because we understand we need to rebuild the process that we've been living in under this for 30 some odd years with the welfare system, how the man had to be out the home to get on welfare. All of that was the break. Just like now, Father's Day finna come up. When we drive around, ain't finna be nothing on the street for us.
No.
But on Mother's Day, it's everything everywhere. They discredit a father.
That's
Go ahead,
correct.
Pastor.
Here go what we got to understand when it comes to the male figure, and the reason why the woman play a major part. The woman have the, remember, if every movie you watch back in the day, and I love to watch those that have the Indians and have the black,
Cowboys and Indians.
well, not just those, but I'm talking about the real Indians.
Right.
And I'm talking about the real Africans
Okay.
back in the day.
Seen the-
Okay.
the chief in
Notice,
some kind of structure.
notice, see, this is what we gotta quit letting them take from us. The mother have always raised the child. Watch the animals.
The nurture.
Watch the cats. Watch the dogs. The mother got the babies until they get a certain age. Then the man come in and teach the baby how to hunt. Right?
Yeah.
Our problem is we trying to say the man need to be there from the beginning, that I can't teach him how to be a man, but yes you can. Because you know what you don't want a Negro to do to you. Teach your child, your man child, not to do that to that young lady. Teach him how to open up the door. Teach him how to respect her. Teach him how to love her. If
Make
you,
sure you're
mama,
not problem-solving like you.
because that's what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
So to change our generation, teach that to your child, your man child. Then the women won't be B's and H's.
And then not only that too, you gotta look, most women raise their son to be a man they wouldn't even date, right? And they understand the effect that she has in raising a son, and it's really important that you don't allow them to listen to you talk on the phone, that you don't allow them to watch the TV shows that you watch. Get out of here. Men don't do that. Men don't look, hey, I'm on the phone with these girls, you don't supposed to be in here. Go find you a man.
Exactly.
Then if you're going to date a man, if he don't give a hoot about your son, he don't even want to lay down with you, that's the wrong man to bring in the house around some sons.
Exactly.
So you got to make a real decision. And the zip codes and the area code play a lot. If you're looking for an apartment, anybody listening, or a house, make sure you check the school district that you moving into. Because if you move into the hood, your son going to be subject or be from that hood from the day that he moved there when they ask him where you live.
Where
Exactly.
you from?
Exactly.
So,
Next question going to be where you from.
so let me ask you this, Pastor. So, growing up, you didn't see violence in your household.
No. The violent person was my mom. Oscar, which was our stepdad, was a good man. He didn't fight on my mom. He didn't call her out of name. He was militant. So he didn't do that.
I was his
Yeah,
queen.
structure.
But
Yeah.
it was my mom that did all the dirty work.
So
You see what I'm saying?
So you got a genetic disposition.
And you can say that, but it was her. It wasn't him.
Now let's go back, because I know we was into the story. We did the two dykes at 13. Now we're at this 16, where after we lost the car.
And then remember Donetta, my little girlfriend,
Yeah, your girlfriend
right?
got that.
Now, we done did all this grown folk stuff. She done went off and went to college. We gonna get
We
married.
really got a good one at that time.
At that oh, real good.
Yeah.
I mean, so good, we gonna get married.
Yeah.
But the only thing about it was monkey rich stole in the situation. In college, she met another man.
That's only doing the same thing she doing, going the same way.
Didn't tell me. I found out through the family.
So they go another scar.
That's another scar.
Ooh, this building.
Don't forget with the women, the first scar is my mom,
Yep.
right? And the things that I've seen her do, and the situation with my little partners and talking about they sleeping with her. So that's a major scar, right? Then you turn back around, I get Donetta, and then she go to college up there, not college, but one of them schools, I forgot what they call them at the time. But she leave and go up there and get her little boyfriend, right? And come back down here, and I'm, I heard she back in town and go to see her and all this. She ain't trying to see me, right? And now she got her somebody. So me, myself, I got to move on, right? So I'm scarred in that area. So finally, I met a young lady, and I leave and go up on the further end of South Dallas, off Park Road and all that in that area. There's an old man up there named Junior Roach, right? At the time, I'm thinking just Junior Roach just got love for me, right? Junior Roach got a gambling shack and a bootleg. So I done left home, went up there with Junior Roach, right? Junior Roach done took me in. So that's a whole lot of young kids at the gambling shack, right? Now, when they're in that gambling, they don't let us get in that part. But they'll let us go back there and bring them some soda and bring them, little different stuff. So we get familiar. But after they done gambling, all of us kids, they give us a little money. And so we take that little money and we started trying to play poker. Now, little did I know we was getting good, right? I love the poker. Why?
Your daddy.
Your daddy.
Well, y'all be busy.
Every man
A
wants
son
to be
can
like
do
their
nothing.
father.
A son can do nothing but what he see the father does.
So now, remember I
Even
said
from
I
a
didn't know
distance.
that my dad and Junior Roach was cool. So Junior Roach let my dad know behind my back that I was up there. So all the time my dad was taking care of me through Junior Roach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why Junior Roach
Okay.
took a liking and did what I get it.
You see what I'm
I've been
saying?
there before. I've
Yeah.
been in that same
I could
situation.
do what other kids couldn't do.
Yeah, and everybody want to know
Get it
why
back.
you could do
I
that.
could I didn't even know,
Yeah.
right? I could get from him. He would never tell me no. but the other kids had a limit, right? So from there, I decided we out there playing and having fun and learning how to, I don't really know, I'm learning how to play poker really good, right? So a few years done passed by, and I done got real good playing poker.
So you still ain't into no hustling. You ain't
I ain't doing no hustle.
Yeah, he done picked up the
You
ball.
done mastered this game called poker.
The mastered it, don't know it at the time. So, a man by the name of Rogers, he dead now. Rogers had to go take care of some business. He probably had about $5,000 up under. And he told me to come here. So I came in there. All the grown man's back there. So he told me he wanted me to play for him till he get back. Now I'm nervous because I ain't never played with the grown folk. But I know I can beat them because I've been watching and I felt in my heart I can beat them.
Yeah.
So what happened is that I sat down. Roger left, man, by 2 hours. Now they thought they had a sucker.
They finna win
And they thought Rogers done went crazy, setting me down.
Sitting this little boy in here, come play with a professional. We professionals now.
And now I'm the
He
target.
left his money. He
Yeah,
finna
5,000.
Yeah,
knock this man.
5,000. This is a real story. So what happened was when Rogers get back, we got $7,563 when Rogers showed back up.
Now that he's smart, he ain't make you get out that seat.
He did. But he gave me about $300
Oh,
out of
Roger.
the 25.
Oh, Roger. Yeah.
No, it was fine. You think about it, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
$300.
And you got to play with the grown
Not
folk.
only that,
No, but it gave
I
him
got to
some game.
find out that I really could play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
more than the money.
Because these were pit bulls.
Them was
They
sharp.
know how to play, and they know how to keep the cheat off of them.
Yeah.
I know how to play, but I ain't know how to keep the cheat off of me. But I knew when something wasn't right. That was an instinct that I had.
Yeah.
So if something wasn't right, if I felt that, I wouldn't get in the pot. Because poker is about watching people. Watch your move. Somewhere down the line, when you make a fake move, some of your eye gonna jump, your eyebrow. That's why they want them. You ever see them poker players?
They always hide. I mean, man, why they be hiding?
They hide because your body gonna do something naturally.
He's a natural.
But I was able to, I don't want to go too far. I was able to do that. I mean, we're gonna talk about this, but just not right now. When I was in the street, because when a person angry with you, when he's out to get you, when he see you, something gonna jump on him. His ear, his toe. He don't know it,
Yeah.
but you know it, especially as a poker player, right? So we'll get back to that later.
Good game.
But
good
anyway,
game, man.
Say, man, gang related, not gang related, man. Yeah, we
Yeah,
keep
that was
it.
some good game, man.
But anyway, so Rogers set me down, right? And asked me what is it I want to do. I said, man, what I want to do is open me a business. I want to sell all y'all food. He said, cool. Got somebody help me get to the store. Man, Junior Roach gave me an apartment next. I got my own apartment. He had a whole apartment complex. I mean, just, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units.
A fourplex.
A fourplex, right?
Now look, all you out there to call yourself big homies and I'm a mentor. If y'all ain't doing this kind of stuff for a gentleman, then y'all ain't really doing nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, for real.
So anyway, what happened is that I go, and I need to hurry up. I know you got to come up, right?
Nah,
Oh, man, we got our, yeah.
Okay, all right. I don't want to.
We ain't finished.
Okay.
Yeah, we going.
So anyway, I get the downstairs apartment next to the bootleg,
Right.
gambling joint, right? Now Junior Rose don't allow no drugs on his premises. One thing good about Junior Rose, you
Okay, yeah,
ain't
what
selling no dope.
Yeah.
You ain't coming up there with no dope. You ain't meeting nobody to do no dope connection. You ain't doing none of that at Junior Roach, right? Now you come up there and play with all the women and gambling and do all your dope money and gambling and put it on the table, do all that you want to, right? no one ever got robbed at Junior Roach. No one never came in and robbed Junior Roach. One of the reasons why was Junior Roach gave back to the community, right?
Commodity was valuable to the community.
It was very valuable to the community. You gonna get your rent paid at Junior Roach, and you ain't slept with nobody, right? So anyway, I give me some nachos, tater chips, Snickers, all that kind of stuff. So I got me a little kid in the house, right? Meet little Carol Faye. Me and Carol Faye get to kicking it. And I got this grown folk stuff. She don't know nothing about it because the bulldogger taught me how to be grown with a woman.
Yeah,
Right?
you way beyond managed. Now, how old are you at this time? About 18, 19?
Yeah.
At this time, I think I'm about 16, 17.
Okay.
Yeah, he done put her in the cloud. She don't even know.
Right.
She don't even know how to get her eyes.
Yeah.
out
Now
the
here
top
come
of her
here
head.
come the twist. Here come the twist. We're about to twist now. So anyway, what ended up happening?
He go to twist.
Yeah, here come the twist. 'Cause I know y'all waiting on it. We about to get there, real close. So what happened was, me and Carol Faye, we doing grown folk stuff, right? So Carol Faye moved out with her mom and moved over there with me, right? So we there, we cooking, and she delivering food, and we just having a ball. Now, at the time, all the major drug dealers, I'm talking about in the city, come right there to gamble.
And you know these people, and they eating your food. This,
Listen, now there's one particular man, he got so much money, it's scary, right? Just for, I won't put his business out, we used to call him Big Red, right? Which wasn't his name, but was his name, because he was a red guy and he was a big guy, so we called him Big Red, right? Now he was a supplier of almost everybody from Dallas to Fort Worth, right? The boot noses and all them folks, they all in cahoots together, right? Now,
For y'all who don't know, them were called the big dogs in Dallas, Texas back then.
I'm talking about the big dog. Boot nose was a legitimate millionaire.
Yeah. Billy Ray.
Boot nose, Billy Ray, Murdoch, yeah, all them folks. Yeah, they were playing it for real. But anyway, I don't want to get in their business. But look, so to make a long story short, Big Red, you know, he hitting everything around. Cause Big Red gonna go buy you, he gonna buy you $180,000 house. So ain't no such thing as he ain't gonna get him none.
Yeah.
If he don't get none,
you in the line.
he gonna go buy you $125,000 cash Mercedes. He is, and it ain't gonna hurt him. So anyway, make a long story short, we down there and this years done passed. Now everybody come down there, other than me, he give him a job selling dope. He don't never give me no job selling dope. Not that I wanted to sell dope.
Right.
Now at the time I'm down there doing my little old nachos and cookies and
Right.
yeah, I'm going to the little old pawn shops and buying my jewelry. I got all this jewelry hanging down. You know, we used to get that old cheap stuff back in the day. We didn't know nothing about the real jewelry. So, you know, wasn't nobody wearing the big old ropes back then. Not yet.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
for real.
we're going to get there. We're coming. So anyway, you know, I got a lot of me little old robes and little old medallions and all that stuff down there. So I got me about $3,000-$4,000 worth of jewelry on my neck. You know, because they buying food, and then some of them don't even want it. They want to give you $4, $5 and $10 and $100. And, you know, you getting all them kind of tips. And I was smart enough to put my money up. So to make a long story short, Carol Faye, man, I'm talking about I'm in love. You hear me? Ready to kill for if I have to. Don't know how to kill, but willing to kill for her.
Yeah, for her.
Yeah, listen. Got the best one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Especially Big Red done slept with everybody.
But he ain't got this one.
Not that one.
Yeah.
And you done found out the way how to
Say,
you
man,
know how to make her
chest
dinner.
all stuck out and everything. Cause I'm thinking, I ain't thinking it's about the conversation. I had it, but I just didn't put it on her.
You thinking it's about what them gals showed you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. You thinking what they taught you, you wasn't gonna never be able to lose now.
That's what they told me.
That's what they.
Where he come from? I like that other guy that was sitting there.
Say, listen, and it's been working up until this point.
I'm talking about day and night. Ain't looking at nothing but me.
Look, he done made her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She the main course.
Ain't watching nobody but me.
Yeah.
You can't tell me they wasn't right.
Yeah.
See, I never get to put it on Donetta.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't get her. But Carol Faye, I had to switch my game. All that waiting around trying to be a gentleman, I had to go ahead on and get on my knees, act like the Pac-Man. I mean, this is keeping it real. Right?
Listen. Hey, listen. Hold on, listen. And back then, that was unheard of. That's what most. See, they don't understand the time zone. That was unheard of back then.
Not at all.
No.
Matter of fact,
Back then, he'd tell you, man.
matter of fact, listen, I was too. Until we're gonna get to that. We just ain't there yet. Slow down. But anyway, watch this here. Watch this here. So what ended up happening, y'all know what? Y'all getting a story ain't nobody got yet. They know it now. It's folk looking at this that know that I'm telling the truth.
For this game related.
Because they witnessed it.
Nah,
Watch
this
this.
game related though.
Watch this.
Yeah.
So now,
You can't give it all to them, Charles. You have to set them down.